Plaintiff Sheena Gatson was good friends with the defendant, and they often went to church together and watched each other's children. However, Sheena claims the defendant changed when she started dating her ex. Sheena's suing because she loaned the defendant money to bail her ex out of jail, and she has yet to repay. Defendant Tequila Spencer admits that she and Sheena were good friends, and she was there for Sheena after her husband went to jail. Tequila admits that Sheena bailed her ex out of jail, but she insists Sheena knew she may not be able to repay the loan.
Start with you.
Hi, Your Honor. First of all, I'd like to say I watch you every day. I go home on lunch break just to watch you, and my mom wanted to say hi.
All right, tell her I said hi.
I just wanted to come here today. I'm suing my friend Tequila. We've been friends since 2009. Me and her met, and we hit it off really well. We went to church together, prayed together, watched each other's kids. When I relocated to Lexington, she was basically like family to me, her and her mom, the family that I didn't have where I was. You know, my family was at home. But over time, I started seeing a different side of Tequila, and I think it kind of led up to why we're here today. She was a conservative young lady, you know, for a long time, and I just seen a
Conservative, her lifestyle?
Yes, being a Christian, wearing her dresses and skirts, being very conservative, and that's one of the things that attracted us to each other. Look conservative, absolutely. But it's something about why she
went. Some church girls, Doc. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I was just saying, I said some.
Yes, we know a few.
Thank you. You know some of them church ladies. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And she's a certain way when she's single, but when she's in a relationship, she starts to change. And that's when I started noticing change in Tequila. She met the guy that I ended up bailing out of jail in 2009. And it was something about him that I really didn't like, and I ended up telling Tequila, don't mess with this guy. He's not right for you. But she wanted to do it anyway. As a matter of fact, there was even an incident where when they first got together, one of his exes had called her on the phone and was telling her, don't mess with him. He's no good. Did his family tell you about him?
Oh, was he a thug?
I don't know if he's a thug. I don't know him that well. I don't think he's a thug.
You had to get him out of jail, okay.
Yeah, but hey, I didn't even know about that until I was...
What'd you get him out for?
I don't know, fines.
Let me get some background from her, and then I'll let you give me some more. Hello, hi. Church lady.
Well, yes, she's right. We have been friends for 7 years. We got close very quickly. Our families love each other, like she said. We was there for each other. It's kind of, we had one of those relationships, you know, without thinking about it, we just automatically there for each other, you know. Like, for example, when her husband had went to jail and I watched her children for a couple of days.
Oh, y'all men going to jail.
Okay. Objection, Your Honor.
You better get some church men. These men from church, y'all get them from church?
It's called deception.
You get yours from church, too?
No, but it was a little.
You got yours from church? See that? You better get you on them good church men. They won't do nothing but drink. Go ahead.
Anyways, okay, so during this time, she needed me to come to her house and watch her children for a couple of days. And I did that for her without question. Of course, you know, she needed me. We don't talk very often, you know, but when we do, it's always when each other needs one another, you know. Sheena has a strong personality, and she's a type of person, you know, she's somebody you can go to about things, but she's also somebody that it might bite you in the butt later. For instance, a relative owed her money. Instead of talking to her about it, you know, in private, she waited one day until she came to her house with and she had a friend there with her, and she addressed it then, you know, rather than in private, you know, and so she likes to put people on blast and, you know, front them a little bit.
I'm not going to let her do it.
Objection, Your Honor.
Anyways, needless to say.
Did you have a no good man, like she said? That people, everybody told you not to be with?
He's gone, yeah.
Which is why we're here, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's me and him's been separate for 3 years. He's in a whole nother state.
All right, good.
I'm happy with that.
Can I defend myself?
Go ahead.
Because I do not put people on blast like that. I have a strong personality and I'm opinionated, but
you just did put on blast. You talked about her man going to jail?
We here because she
Because
asked you to
I
be
had a
here.
bail amount. That's relevant to the case.
Go ahead.
But I'm not like that. I give people a reasonable amount of time, which in this case has been 3 years. I
Okay.
could have blasted her out. I could have did a lot of stuff.
How
over
much was it?
$1,700. $1,700.
And woo. And when was she to pay you?
She was supposed to pay me within 30 days.
If she had to borrow $1,700, where was she to get it in 30
her
days?
story was at the time, he had got arrested. She has 4 children. He was the one watching the kids. So she had obviously nobody else to go to, so she came to me. I just lost my job. My husband was in between jobs, so I'm like, Tequila, you know, it's just coming out of my savings. When can I get my money back? She told me at the time that this individual was gonna do a couple of contract jobs through landscaping, and he would have the money within 30 days.
Got it.
She told me that he would have the money within 30 days, and I looked at her in her face and said, look, as your man, I'm doing this for you.
Okay.
If he does not give me my money back, you're gonna be held responsible for paying my money back.
And she said, okay.
She said, okay.
And you gave the money to her in her hand.
So I gave the money to her, but she couldn't bail him out because I think she had a warrant at the time. So I went downtown and bailed him out. But honestly,
We gonna blast y'all see this, right?
Right.
I mean,
To
hey, we
easing
going
that
on the
in.
road. We
just
know
keeps
what's
coming.
out now.
Keeps
To easing that in, you're right.
Yeah.
I put a Band-Aid on it, baby.
Go ahead.
So I wanted to have a paper receipt. I wanted to have a paper receipt just in case anything went down. I could have my receipt that I paid this money. So that's why I went ahead and bailed him out, went downtown, thinking that I would get it back once he finished court, but I found out then that it was fine, so I couldn't get it back.
When's the last time you all discussed it?
I'm thinking within the last 6
All right.
months.
And what did she say?
She keeps telling me she's gonna pay me back. She keeps blowing me off. 1 minute is I'm gonna pay you tax time. Then
Tax
taxes.
time. You don't watch me every day.
I do watch you every day.
That
Judge
wasn't
Mathis.
true at all. That's the
I
first
know.
lesson you learned from me.
But it wasn't originally tax time. She told me
There's
later.
two things you learn if you watch me every day. Don't take a response that you're gonna be paid tax time, and don't smoke crack.
Don't smoke crack.
Those are two things you learn when I'm with you.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, ma'am.
As a matter of fact, there was even an incident where when they first got together, one of his exes had called her on the phone and was telling her, don't mess with him. He's no good. Did his family tell you about him?
Was he a thug?
Plaintiff Sheena Gatson was good friends with the defendant, but she claims the defendant changed after she started dating her no-good ex.
Tell me about this loan.
Okay, so when he went to jail, I actually came to her and asked her could she put some money on it, not necessarily pay the entire thing, you know, because I went to different people. And then as we got to talking and she asked me how much the bond was, I told her, and she checked her account, she discussed with her husband, and they ended up having the exact amount. So when
Hallelujah.
right. When it came all down to it, she said, well, if he doesn't pay, she said right, if he doesn't pay, it's gonna go over to you. I told her instantly, I don't know, Sheena, my money does not stretch that far.
Have you told her since that time that you would pay it?
Yes, only because I felt bad.
All right. Well, and you don't feel bad anymore?
It's been 3 years, Your Honor.
No, when is the last time you told her you would repay it?
I don't remember.
All right. She said it was within the last year for sure.
Yeah, it probably was, but I never told her about no tax time because every time.
As
have
long as you
papers, Your
told her you
Honor.
would repay her, that's the issue. What is your emotional distress for, ma'am?
I have papers right here stating that she was going to tell me during okay.
All right. She agrees that she said she was going to repay you. What is your emotional distress for?
My emotional distress is because we was in between jobs and I had to basically wipe out my savings, I had to go to my friends to borrow money to pay my bills. I had to pay them back. I had to chase this woman down for the last 3 years. I had to hear her giving me sympathy about why she can't pay me $20 a month. I even gave her the option of paying me $20 a month. And it's just been nothing but stressful and anxiety to the point where I'm not loaning anybody else any money for anything. But my mama can't get $20 out of me.
But you knew what the situation was from the beginning.
All right, ma'am. Unfortunately, you can't collect emotional distress because somebody owes you money. I'll grant you what she owes you. $1,700 is your judgment. Have a good day, ladies.
I'm cool. We still friends. My son was just over our house a couple weeks ago.
I love her like a sister, but she can never get another dollar. out of me. And that bridge is definitely burnt for sure, especially since it's just been a long time and you just don't care about it anymore. But I still love her like a sister, and I'm going to still be there for her, but money is not going to be involved. Absolutely.
Plaintiff Matthew Wheeler first dated the defendant 25 years ago, but they reconnected 20 years later and rekindled their romance. Matthew claims a couple of months into the relationship, he realized the defendant was an extreme alcoholic who hid liquor bottles around the house, and he's suing her today for breach of contract. Defendant Tiffany Jers admits that she had a drinking problem, but insists Matthew did too, and they were not good together. Tiffany claims she quit drinking for over a year, but Matthew was unsupportive and continued to drink around her. Tiffany does not believe she owes Matthew for anything.
Start with you.
Okay, started about 25 years ago when we met, started dating briefly. We ran into each other 20 years later, about 6 years ago. And things, in a couple months, it seemed that she was an extreme alcoholic. And that...
What'd you do to her? Become an extreme alcoholic in 2 months.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I did it by myself.
She was, when I met her, she was coming off of a recent DUI, and she promised to change herself and a few other things.
When you met her, she was already had a drinking
A
problem.
little bit, yes.
All right. You didn't state it in that way.
Okay.
It sounded as if she was fine until she met you.
Well, it
And
seemed
then
as though...
2 months later, she was an extreme alcoholic.
Right.
So that's really driving a person to drink.
Yeah, I would agree.
Go ahead, sir. So she
Okay.
had already had a problem, but was trying to recover.
Correct. We had talked about it several times, and she said that she was trying to get better with everything, going to AA, whatever. So recently after that,
Did you have liquor around the house?
tried not to, but she
Fire.
would sneak it.
You.
No.
Okay.
No.
Absolutely.
He did?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, because that's a trigger.
Yes,
You can't have liquor and wine for her. She walking by it every day.
I
Or
agree.
he'd come home drunk, so what's the difference?
Yeah, or have it on your breath.
Yes.
And try to kiss somebody.
Yeah.
Smelling like a bottle of gin.
Yes, I would agree.
You did.
I did not have any. I'm saying I
said
agree
you
that that
agreed.
would be bad.
Go ahead.
Okay, so she would hide bottles of liquor around the house, stash them places. After a while, like 2012, there was an incident which I have the police report for, that we were at a bar and had a few cocktails. She was okay for a couple, and then after that's when I call it the Jekyll and Hyde thing, when she would be fine and then turn into Hyde afterwards.
What did you do to help? How did you try and help her?
He took her to the bar.
Absolutely.
Took her to the bar,
Absolutely.
right?
Well, it wasn't. I'm also a DJ, so part of what I
And
do,
an alcoholic.
I'm in bars and clubs all the time.
And you took her to one.
Well, she would want to go with me. Yes, she was an extreme alcoholic, and that.
What did you do to her? Become an extreme alcoholic in 2 months.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I did it by myself.
Defendant Tiffany Jers is being sued by her ex-boyfriend, who claims Tiffany was such an extreme alcoholic that she would hide liquor bottles around the house.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
Your Honor, we were toxic. Honestly, we were toxic for each other. He can come off like it was all me. It wasn't all me. Were we both bad for each other? Absolutely. Did we have some good years together? We most certainly did. It was either one of us had to quit or, it wasn't going to work. I decided to quit. I did. I quit for 1.5 years. I thought he was going to be there, be supportive of it,
You did.
but he wasn't. He didn't sit there. He didn't quit.
You didn't
He
quit.
would go out or he wouldn't come home. He would come home, bring liquor home, or he would come home drunk. And then it would cause an issue and it would cause a problem. And if I got mad, then he would get mad. Were we mad with each other? Absolutely. Were we violent? Yes. If he would get mad, I would get madder. If he would push, I would push. It was, we weren't good for each other. He was controlling. That made me. Then we went on vacation, and that's when when we got back from vacation, I still didn't even drink. But after a while, like I said, we weren't good for each other. So I decided, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it with you.
When did you all break up and how? How and
It
why
was
and when?
around Thanksgiving. He went out to go see his mom in Kentucky, and he had decided to call me. I thought he was calling just to say hi, but he called to basically say, "Is there someone in the house?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have my friend over." And I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "You're watching me on the cameras?" Because he had cameras in the house. So he called to basically say who's in the house and why, and I don't want her in the house. And
It was
You
a
had
woman.
called me.
Why? It was a woman?
yeah, it was my girlfriend that was over, you know. And I was like,
Somebody
this is
that
it. I
stolen
can't.
from both of us.
She didn't steal from me, and he can't prove that she stole from him. He's just assuming, which you know how that saying goes. So I was like, that's it. I'm done. You know, he got home, and we agreed. We both agreed that it was done. It was time to be done. And
Sir, why do you say you all broke up?
Well, when we moved in together, we had agreed that she would pay a portion of the rent, which was $350, and I would pay $700, and then she would take care of the utilities that were left over. And that was the agreement that we had for the 6 years we were together. Now, when all this happened at Thanksgiving, I had gone to see my mother and take my daughter and do some Thanksgiving things. And I had gotten a call from her saying that why am I watching her on the cameras, which I have monitors in my house that, because I have a lot of valuable things. I don't live in the greatest neighborhood. So she had called me to find out why I was
Do you
watching
live
her.
in Ghetto Fabulous?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Go ahead. sir.
Okay. So in 2012, there was an incident to where we were at a bar drinking, and she got turned into the hide that I was talking about, and I left because normally what I would do is leave the place wherever she's at, whatever she's doing, because I don't want to be around her when she.
I've heard all that, sir.
Okay.
Right.
We're done with the alcohol stories.
Okay.
You
So-
broke up because you saw a friend of hers in the home?
No, because when I called there, we had just recently had a talk
Got that.
about
You-
things, and we were working on ourselves, and she was going to be sober again, and because we had our ups and downs.
Okay, so you saw her drinking on camera?
No, I could tell. I could tell just by the way she talks.
On
I
camera?
didn't deny I was.
No, on the phone.
Okay, so she doesn't deny that, and so that's why you broke up with her?
Yeah, I was finally tired of it.
Okay. What's the breach of contract for?
Well, the breach of contract is that when I did come home and she had come to the house, I wanted to make sure that she was going to honor what she had said she was going to do. She said she
The
was going
lease.
to pay until the end of the lease, which I had her sign.
Because I wasn't on the lease, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Tiffany, and I'm going to pay $350 per month as per the lease states until May. All right. And ma'am, he says you owe for 4 months, and what is your response?
I don't believe I do.
Okay. You sign this?
Yes, I did out of duress, Your Honor, because he told me when I decided that I was going to do this and move out, that if I didn't take all my stuff out then, that he would either throw it all out on the curb or I couldn't come back and get it.
I never said
He absolutely did.
I can show you the posts.
You can show the post. I was sitting there in the living room with you. There was no
I can
post.
show you, yes, okay.
So I said, well, at least let me get my necessities so I can go to work.
And you got all your things?
I got all my things out at the end of January. I signed it and I paid him for that month, and I didn't pay him the rest. I got all my stuff out. He even kept stuff. We did it as a, he kept silverware, he kept some dishes, he kept
So
furniture.
when did you move out?
I moved out then February 1st.
Of 16?
Yeah. Decided to quit. I did. I quit for a year and a half. I thought he was going to be there, be supportive of it,
You did.
but he wasn't. He didn't sit there. He didn't quit. He didn't. He would go out, or he wouldn't come home. He would come home, bring liquor home, or he would come home drunk.
Defendant Tiffany Jers is being sued by her ex-boyfriend, who claims Tiffany was such an extreme alcoholic that she would hide liquor bottles around the house.
Well, your problem is you say he had you sign this under duress when you were moving. And you were moving in February 16. This was signed December 15, before you were moving,
Okay.
not February. Judgment for the plaintiff, $1,400. Have a good day.
Just glad it's over.
Me too.
That's all.
Have a good life.
You too. Want you happy.
Also.
Plaintiff LaParis Brown says the defendant is her cousin, and he's a party promoter with a lot of personal problems. LaParis claims the defendant is a ladies' man who has many women claiming to be pregnant with his child. And she's suing him because she invested in one of his parties and he has yet to repay her. Defendant Lawrence Cannon insists he is not a ladies' man and says he only has one girlfriend and no kids on the way. Lawrence admits that LaParis invested in one of his parties, but unfortunately a shooting took place at that party, and as a result the venue refused to pay him. He's countersuing for defamation.
Start with you.
All right, Your Honor. Lawrence, my cousin, I love him to death, but however, he has a lot of serious personal issues. He likes to party a lot. I understand he's a party promoter and his life is about the party. I party too, but however, I prioritize before partying. He likes to get drunk, get kicked out of hotels on the regular.
He likes to get kicked out of hotels?
That's not true, Your Honor.
Well, he likes to get drunk and then get kicked out of hotels after it. He even got drunk before and crashed his car. Thank God he wasn't injured or nobody else got injured.
When was that?
That was, what, last year or the year before last. He is a ladies' man. You see, he is attractive. Some girls have even claimed to be pregnant by him.
All incorrect claims.
Despite the personal issues, he appears to be a really great businessman. He's been doing party promotion for, what, like 4 years, promoting different parties. And when he came to me and asked me what I invested in, I was skeptical.
Let me get to him for some background first of all. Go ahead.
Basically, I'm like, I've always been a life of the party. That is true. However, that's not what I base my life upon.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a party promoter.
That's it?
I throw shows, concerts, and I also host. So I get booked to host as well as book my own shows.
Okay.
We throw, all of our shows are based upon nonviolence. That's why everybody in Chicago really like comes to our events, because we really bringing out like minimum 2,000 kids every party with no shooting or anything. However, this past event in December 2015 was the event that she invested in, and also it had like 50 shots were let off after the party and 2 people were hit, which is the reason why the event was shut down and we didn't make.
Okay. What else you want to tell me about yourself or her before I get to the specifics of what she's alleging?
Well, I'm not a ladies' man. I have one girlfriend. I don't. There's no one saying that I'm getting them pregnant or anything. I have never crashed a car. I don't have a DUI. However, she is a very loud, obnoxious person. She takes all of our arguments. Any argument she's ever had, it all goes directly to social media. Like, as soon as she argues with somebody, you can go see it right there. I mean, 3 days later, it might not be there because she deletes it and apologizes, which is what she does. And also, basically, I've never been the type that, I have gambled. I turned 21 this past June. I just turned 21, so my first mistake I made was going to the boat, and I lost.
You're a gambling fiend?
No. I had a problem for like 2 months.
Liar.
Okay. How'd you quit?
Losing all my money and realizing, hitting rock bottom and realizing like that's not something I want to do again.
All right. Let me hear from you about what happened here.
He asked me if I could invest in it, and I was skeptical because he never asked me before. He then told me that his main investor didn't have the funds this time. So I told him I'll do it, but I need written agreement, contract, or something. So we did get a contract, which I have right here.
Please.
And his signature is on the back, highlighted. Okay, so the day of the party, I didn't go to it because of the crowd he brings out. I didn't want to be around that type of environment. And like
She's more violent. She doesn't like the non-violent people.
See, you didn't want to be around those type of people. And he said his type is non-violent.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, he never had a shooting before at any other ones, but this particular one, it was. And like I said, just...
When you came.
I didn't come. I didn't come. So
one you invested
I
in.
did not come because I
all
knew.
the other parties are peaceful. The one you invest in, there's a shooting.
Defendant Lawrence Cannon is being sued by his cousin, who says Lawrence is a ladies' man, and several women claim they are pregnant with his baby. But Lawrence insists he has one girlfriend and no babies on the way.
Go ahead.
The next day was the day I was supposed to get the money. I'm calling him, I'm texting him, he is completely ignoring me. So the following day, which was the 28th, then he texts me, which I have proof as well, saying, because of the shooting, the owner said that he didn't feel comfortable with giving the money that night. So he was going to send it via check, and it was going to take 5 to 10 business days. I'm like, that sound kind of funny. He was just like, it's beyond my control. There's nothing we could do. We're just going to have to wait. I'm like, all right, cool. Come to 10th business day, I am calling him, texting him. Multiple times, he did not answer. So I ended up showing up at his house. He wasn't there. And then I called from his mom's phone. And look what happens. He answers on the first ring. So it was evident that he was just clearly ignoring me. So once I speak with him, oh, I got your money, don't worry. He like, I'm gonna bring it to you today.
All right.
And of course, he never showed up. I'm calling and texting him still, and this kind of continued for the next few weeks. He was supposed to be on his way. I'm bringing you the money, and never done it. Was ignoring my phone calls and texts. Then would respond like a day later or hours later. Then he finally admitted on January 15th that
All right, let me get to him, see what happened, and then we'll get back to the evidence. Sir?
Well, that was true. She did invest. The next day, I had my phone off the whole day because it was just like, I was just overly stressed, and that was the last thing on my mind, which I was wrong for. I shouldn't have been ignoring the calls. When I did finally talk to her, I told her that we would get the money 10 business days later, which is what we were told about the venue owner. Next thing you know, the venue owner didn't feel comfortable giving us money at all because basically there's a company that runs that venue. They throw a lot of shows, and basically I issued a statement on Twitter myself saying that what happened was beyond our control. You can send the blame this way. They contacted me and told me can you delete that? I never deleted it. So basically we took a loss with the money.
You didn't have any more money after that? You were broke?
Yeah, that sent me to rock bottom. I had every dollar I had I put into that show. That was basically.
Why would you do that?
Because we were supposed to make over $100,000 that night.
So you'll put up every dime you have, where there might be a tornado that night, there might be any other type of snowstorm that keeps people from coming, and you've risked every dime you have. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in business with you. You say that's a good business?
I was unaware of this. It was strictly family.
What evidence do you have? You know I don't believe this.
I have the text messages where first off, that's the first I've ever heard of him saying that the owner never sent the money out, saying that he felt uncomfortable. He never told me that part. I have text messages on January 15th. He texted me and told me that he gambled away the money that he had won from that night and his own money at the casino, which is right here. And he said that he was going to give me an additional $500 for gambling it away and all of the confusion.
What you got to say about that, big fella? I got concerts, I do shows. They must work you and don't give you anything.
Not
That's
anymore.
a shame.
I've been having successful events lately.
When?
February.
So why didn't you pay her since?
We had an agreement, which I have, and she chose to go to court. We had an agreement that I was going to pay her.
Yeah, but you were going to pay her in January and you didn't.
I didn't have the money at the time.
Right, but when you did get it in February, why didn't you pay it, Mr. Business?
I wanted to do a bit of...
No, you said you were going to do it in January. You do what the contract says.
February when I got paid.
Yeah, but you were supposed to do it in January.
She agreed.
But I forgot, you were too broke by then, Mr. Business.
She agreed.
Are you still broke?
No, I'm not.
You got any money?
Yeah, I do.
All right, now you're going to pay her. How about that? Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
But you know, it's still my cousin. We not mad.
He's still my cousin. I still love him. I just needed my money. So I'm glad that I won. And that's it.
Plaintiff David Messer says he does not know the defendant, but he claims the defendant's teenage son crashed into his yard and ran over his mailbox in the middle of the night. David suing for the property damage. Defendant Jennifer Searles and her son Dakota say Jennifer is a single mom of 3. And when Dakota turned 16, he started acting out. Jennifer says her son was recently arrested for theft, and before he was expelled from school, his grades plummeted.
Proceed.
I want to state off, I do not know this lady or her son. On March 2nd, I got woken by a text message from my wife saying her mailbox got ran over. I got out of bed and I noticed there was like big old Baja marks in my grass, and the mailbox was leaning and everything, and my neighbor's yard was even run over. I went outside, talked to my neighbor, said, hey, the vehicle's a couple blocks down the road. It got a flat tire. On my way to the scene where her vehicle was, she stopped me. Real apologetic, say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen.
Plaintiff David Messer says the defendant's son crashed into his yard and ran over his mailbox. And while the defendant admits it, she feels her son should be held responsible for the damages.
Let me get some background from her. Ma'am?
Hello, Your Honor. For one, I'm a single parent trying to raise 3 kids on my own. My son has been in and out of trouble for quite some time. And
How long? What age?
he's 16.
You started getting in trouble at 16?
He's 16. He was arrested for theft.
How's he done in school?
He's actually gotten expelled from school.
How
He's
about
gotten
grades?
His grades have plummeted.
They were good?
They were good, but
Up
they have
until what grade?
plummeted. Until he got into the beginning of his 10th grade year.
Okay, high school. What do you think changed?
Hanging out with the wrong crowd. There's other factors to that I would not like to go into.
All right.
But
What have you done so far to get him help?
I have gotten him into counseling.
Okay. Does he try to resist going, or does he tell you it's helping?
He tells me it's helping.
Okay. You want to say anything, young man?
Besides the fact that I'm going back to school, trying to finish hopefully get back into school. Going to summer school, I'm doing 2 days a week of SELF, which is an alternative school, and then doing my 10th grade year and hopefully finish graduating.
All right. And you still hanging out with the wrong crowd?
No, I've been at home.
Okay. What was the wrong crowd doing, to your knowledge, ma'am?
To my knowledge, they were a bad influence on my son.
Doing what? Cheating in
Constantly.
poker? I don't know what that means. Were they criminals, using drugs?
Most of them were not listening to their parents, very defiant towards authority figures, which he has become.
That's a medium crowd. Anyhow. All right. You want to tell me about the accident?
I woke up at 8:30 in the morning, saw that my truck was gone, and my son was missing. I called my friend up. She's like, hold on, here he is. He got on the phone with me, told me my truck had gotten a flat tire, they took off with it. And he was trying to fix the flat tire before I woke up that morning. And the cops finally came, and they showed me where my son had damaged the property.
And did you speak with your son about it, and what did he tell you?
He told me he went over to my friend's house to help put a bunk bed together, and that on the way back, he got a flat tire. I reamed him for taking off on my truck. I grounded him. And I'm like, okay, the damage to my truck, I'm like, you didn't just get a flat tire. My tire was completely off the rim. My running board was half off of my truck. I'm like, you hit something.
Okay, is his dad in his life?
No, he is not.
Are they estranged?
Yes, they are estranged.
Since what age?
His father has never been into his life. They talk here and there, and that's about it. Probably once every 2 years.
Okay. All right. Well, a couple of observations here. The majority of the kids that go to juvenile or prison, the majority, didn't have a father in their life. Not an excuse, but a reality. Secondly, sounds like you're doing your best. You're getting them to go to counseling. You're chastising them as best you can. So you're doing the right thing.
Plaintiff David Messer says the defendant's son crashed into his yard and ran over his mailbox. And while the defendant admits it, she feels her son should be held responsible for the damages.
Let me allow him to talk more. Sir, what do you want to tell me? Young man, rather. Not acting like a sir yet. Young man, what do you want to tell me about yourself, about this incident? What do you want to tell me?
I was actually doing really good in school, getting all A's and B's. I was getting good grades. And then something on July 2nd happened between me and my mom's ex-fiance, and then after that, my life went downhill.
And that's what you all don't want to discuss, and that's fine. All right. And is that when his behavior turned, ma'am?
Yes.
There wasn't no bad influences. It was what happened to him. What do you say about the accident?
I was on my way to my mom's friend's house to help put a bunk bed together, and I was on my way back home. I went around the corner, and I hit black ice, and I slid and lost control of the truck, and I slid into this man's yard, and I hit the mailbox because I tried avoiding it, but that didn't work. So I went home, and on my way home, I was hearing this da-da-da sound. So I got out of the truck, and I looked at the back tire, and it was flat. So I went over to my mom's friend's house to see if she had a jack so I could fix the tire so I could bring the truck back to my mom. And then my mom woke up and then called her and asked where I was, and that's when my mom found out about the truck.
Okay. Ma'am, did you ever discuss paying for the damages with the plaintiff?
I told when I saw him, I said, this is all on my son. He wants to act like an adult. He's some way of paying for it. I did not agree myself to pay for it.
Did you agree in the police report? Pay for it?
Oh,
No, I
come
did
on now. I know you're not trying to teach your son the right thing and you get in court and lie. Let's see. Also at the scene was the mother, Jennifer Searles. Mrs. Searles advised took the truck without her permission and that she was willing to pay for any damages that resulted from the crash. All right. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your
Mom
Honor.
did say she would pay for it. It's in writing. Good luck to you, young man. I want you to do your best. And don't worry about your father. You should use that as a inspiration. That's what I did. I didn't know my father. I probably knew my father for 2 weeks. Spent 2 weeks with him. That's it. And so, but I use that as an inspiration. And you know what happened? And I found this out from sisters I met after getting on television. And they came, and in fact, they came here, and I love them just the same. I'm glad they showed up. I began to welcome them into my life, and were telling me, and we remember when you ran for judge, and we would see the signs. Nonetheless, I said, whatever happened to my dad? He said, oh, well, he died of diabetes about in 97, 96 or something like that. I said, 96, okay, well, I was elected judge. Did he know I was a judge? Oh, yeah, he saw you, he knew. I say, you got me? That was enough redemption for me. I knew it was abandoned. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.